Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, HollywoodShono here, about to give you another Injustice Gods Among Us video. In this video we do the Darkseid Challenge Battle 1 on Nightmare difficulty. 1 energy, 3 challenge currency per fight, and only bronze characters are allowed on your team, and we have the best of the best on our lineup. Starting the fight is level 40 Elite 5 Regen Catwoman and Harley Quinn, and level 35 Elite 2 Silver Green Arrow in the 3rd slot. Skip the match is 1,000 credits.
Begin.
We're going to get Deathstroke to start off. The main thing here is you want to try to go for knockouts on the bronze cards. However, you want to save your special for the silver cards so you don't have to worry about them. Cat Claws is blocked about 300 damage. So Deathstroke's at 2 bars. We can get the flash in. Green Arrow with a freeze arrow. We're actually going to get Deathstroke back in since Green Arrow came in. Freeze arrow blocked for 435. And we're going to go off the eye for an eye, and this should put Green Arrow at 1/4 to 1/3 life. Almost knocks him out. Catwoman comes back in. We're going to get the flash back in. And we're going to go off a lightning kick on Catwoman. And that does knock her out. And 1 kick on Harley Quinn. And we're going to go off a 2nd kick. And we're going to go off a gravity pull and get rid of Harley Quinn. So Green Arrow's in by himself. Freeze arrow blocked for 457. And we're going to get off a lightning kick again, and Green Arrow is eliminated. Almost. Now he's knocked out for the victory in the first fight. 593 XP. As well as 460 credits. In the second matchup, we have Challenge Chaos going up against Nightwing, Lex Luthor, and Regen Cyborg. A lot of power drain on the team. Skip the match is 1,000 credits.
Begin.
Main thing here is you want to try to get rid of some of the power drainers as quickly as possible. Luckily, bronze power drain only does half a bar of block, so you can't overwhelm somebody with special moves. Nightwing is almost at 2 bars. Luckily, Staff Spin isn't as annoying as Kali Fury. Power drain on Deathstroke for about 360. And Cyborg comes in. Sonic Disruptor for 804. And we get the flash in, which is good. Another Sonic Disruptor will hit for 974. And we're going to get off the speed zone, and this should put Cyborg at low life. Which is who you want to use the super moves on. $9,566. Nightwing comes back in. And another power drain on Deathstroke, keeping his power down. And another power drain for 375. I'm going to save Lex Luthor's level 3 move, hopefully for Lex Luthor, if we can get rid of Nightwing. And the flash comes back in. We're going to eat the staff spin as it knocks out the flash. Deathstroke comes back in. And Lex Luthor comes in. 1 swordsman takes out half his bar. Lance Blast is blocked, about 300. And we're going to get off the coordinates received and get rid of Lex Luthor. Nightwing barely has a little bit of life. We punch him out. Power Fist will get rid of Lex Luthor. Sonic Disruptor blocked for 804. So now we have to survive against Cyborg. And we get up to full auto, we should be okay. Sonic Disruptor blocked for 755. So now we have to make sure not to get hit. So we're going to go off a sword spin. And we barely survived the second fight. 600 XP. As well as 1,500 credits. In the third matchup, we have Regime Solomon Grundy, Sinestro, and Regime Green Lantern. Still the same level. Skipping the match is 1,000 credits.
Begin.
Cleaver Spin blocks for 685. And hits for 974 there. So Sinestro comes in next. Left him above, blocked for 543. We got to get Flash out. We don't want him taking too much more damage. And we're going to get off a Sword Spin, which is kind of far away, so it will only hit. Doesn't even hit at all. And Fear Blast will power drain Deathstroke. However, still got a decent amount of life left. Lex Luthor is at 2 bars, so if he gets up to level 3, he can get rid of one of the bronze cards. Flash is at 3 bars. Death from above, block for 980. We're going to get off a full auto and get rid of Sinestro. Solomon Grundy comes back in. We need to get him out. Grave Rot is blocked for about 850 damage. Now we're going to try to power down Solomon Grundy. Cleaver Spin for 1346, so that does quite a bit of damage. Now we're going to power drain to keep Solomon Grundy down. Still waiting on Green Lantern coming. There he is. Turbine Smash for 876. We're going to get off the speed zone, and this will put Green Lantern at low life. And we still have 2 super moves available. $9,566. Solomon Grundy comes back in. Cleaver Spin for 557. We're going to get another power drain off. And another power drain to hopefully get rid of Solomon Grundy. And a power drain on Green Lantern. And we're going to eat the lead rain, that's bad. And another power drain on Green Lantern. And another close victory as we do knock out Green Lantern for the victory in the third fight. 607 XP. As well as 540 credits. In the fourth matchup, we have Challenge Countdown going up against the Flash, Regime, Catwoman, and Deathstroke. Still at level 40 and 35. Skip the match is 1,000 credits.
Begin.
We're going to get Deathstroke in first. We have 2 minutes and 40 seconds, and the way these fights have been going, we might need almost all of that time. So if we can get up to 2 bars, we can use a full auto and try to get rid of a bronze card. Catwoman does come in, and that's a good sign, so we're going to get in the Flash, as Deathstroke's at 2 bars. Cat Claws does connect, though, for about 800 damage. And we're going to go off a Lightning Kick and try to get rid of Catwoman, however it is blocked. Deathstroke comes in anyways, we're going to get my Deathstroke in. Point Blank is blocked for about 1,000 damage. And we're going to get off an Eye for an Eye. And this will put Deathstroke at pretty low life. $1,223 damage. He doesn't tag out, though, for some reason. Catwoman comes back in. Cat Claws for about 300 damage. And we're going to go off a Lightning Kick and, again, try to get rid of Catwoman. Yes, we do. The Deathstroke comes back in. We still have a decent amount of life. Point Blank hits for about 1,000 damage. And we're going to get off another Lightning Kick and try to get rid of Deathstroke. And a kick on the Flash is blocked. another lightning kick should get rid of the Flash. Yes, it does. For the victory in the fourth fight. As we finally had a fight that wasn't too troublesome. 614 XP. As well as 580 credits. In the fifth matchup, we have Insurgency Green Arrow, New 52 Flash, and Insurgency Lex Luthor, so a lot of power drain. Skip the match is 5,000 credits. The way we counter Lex Luthor's power drain is to use my own Lex Luthor's power drain if need be. Hopefully taking out Green Arrow early. And there's the first power drain for about 300. We're at 2 bars. And New 52 Flash comes in, so we're going to get in Deathstroke and work on his bar. Only 2 lightning kicks hit for about 500 damage. So the minute we see Lex Luthor tag in, if we're not at a level 3, we're going to use a power drain to stop him from draining power. The Green Arrow does come back in. Electric Arrow for about 400. We're going to use a sword spin, so we don't waste any power. That does hit for about 900. And another power drain on Deathstroke. We're trying to get rid of Green Arrow here. As the Flash comes back in again, so we'll work on Deathstroke's bar a little bit. However, the Flash is at 3 bars, so we don't want to lose Deathstroke if we can help it. And we're going to go off a sword spin and try to get rid of the Flash. And we do knock him out, so Green Arrow comes back in for the 3rd time. Lex Luthor has not been in the fight yet. So we're going to go off a sword spin on Lex Luthor in case he uses an orbital strike. Yes, he does, and that will knock out Deathstroke. However, we're going to get off a coordinates received on Lex Luthor. And we're going to wait for a power drain before we switch into the Flash. $4,545 damage. There's the Lance Blast for about 600. And we're going to go up a speed zone, and Lex Luthor should be eliminated or at critical life. It is enough to get rid of him for the victory. 621 XP, as well as 620 credits. In the 6th matchup, we have Challenge Radiation going up against New 52 Green Lantern, Regime Solomon Grundy, and Insurgency Harley Quinn. Skip the match is 5,000 credits. And with Radiation, we're going to have to try to go for knockouts versus preserving our cards, as this is going to be a lot of damage. The more that we can use Lex Luthor, the better, but we do need to get rid of Solomon Grundy and Green Lantern as quick as possible. So we're going to go for an early lightning kick. And we don't get rid of him, however he is low on life. Solomon Grundy comes in. We're going to get in Deathstroke and try to get off a full auto. Harley Quinn is not capable of doing a whole lot of damage. Now we're at 2 bars with Deathstroke, and we're getting off a full auto, which is blocked. However, it does almost send Solomon Grundy to his Born on a Monday. And the Grand Slam by Green Lantern hits for a little over 1,000 damage. We're going to get the Flash in. We don't want to lose Deathstroke. And Green Lantern is block happy, so we're going to go off a power drain and get rid of him. And we're going to eat a cleaver spin from Solomon Grundy, and we're going to get off another power drain. Cleaver spin for 677. Born on a Monday goes off. And we're going to do a power drain. And Harley Quinn is finally in, so we're going to wait and see what she does. There's 2 out of 3 chance she's going to do no damage. Bag of Tricks for a health boost. And we're going to get off the speed zone and put her down at critical life. That is enough to knock her out. And we do punch out Salmon Grundy for the victory in the 6th fight. 627 XP. As well as 660 credits. In the 7th matchup, we have Cyborg, Green Lantern, and Regime Flash. Still level 40 and 35 Elite 2. Skip the match is 5,000 credits. And it looks like in the 8th fight and above, we have 2 silver cards instead of 1. So that should make things even more interesting. Target acquired is blocked, about 1,500 damage. We're going to get Deathstroke in. Green Lantern comes in. Turbine Smash for 1,840, and that hurts. And we're getting off a full auto, which is blocked. For about 1,600 damage. And we're going to get Lex Luthor in to preserve the other 2. Turbine Smash blocked for 905. The Flash comes in with a lightning kick. And we're going to get off the speed zone while the Flash is under 1 bar. $9,566 damage. Turbine Smash for 724. And we're going to go off a Gravity Pull and get rid of Green Lantern. So the Flash comes back in. Lightning kick for about 1,200. We're going to get the Deathstroke in and get off the Sword Spin. That is enough to get rid of him. And another Sword Spin, hopefully, on Cyborg, as it is also blocked. And a target acquired will get rid of Deathstroke. So we're going to get off nothing as our 10% battery hits. Power Drain on Cyborg. And we're going to get off another Power Drain. And a Lightning Kick will finish off Cyborg for the victory in the 7th fight. $634 XP. As well as 700 credits. In the 8th matchup, we have Challenge Regeneration going up against Sinestro, Regime Nightwing, and Green Arrow. Now with 2 silver cards. Skip the match is 5,000 credits.
Begin.
And we're going to get Lex Luthor in first. Stuff from above blocked for 588. And another for 860. And a duff from above for 513. And we're going to get off a Coordinates Received, and Sinestro is eliminated. So Deathstroke is at 2 bars. Power Drain will take out some of Deathstroke's bar, and another Power Drain will put him at 1 bar. And a third Power Drain puts him under 1 bar. And we're going to get off a full auto, which is blocked. And we're going to go for a speed zone and try to get rid of Nightwing. That is enough to get rid of him, so it's Green Arrow by himself against 3 people. That power drain does hit, slowing him down. So now if he can eat the Hurricane Bow, this will help out. Freeze Arrow blocked for 609, however it does not KO Lex Luthor. That Freeze Arrow, however, will. So we're going to get the Flash in, he's at full life, while Deathstroke recovers. Freeze Arrow blocked for 479. We're at just over 2 bars. Another Freeze Arrow for 566. And a Freeze Arrow for 675. We're getting off a speed zone. And this will put Green Arrow at low life. Hopefully Deathstroke can survive long enough to get off an eye for an eye. 9,566. And Hurricane Bow will take out the Flash. However, Deathstroke does have enough to get rid of Green Arrow for the victory in the 8th fight. 641 XP. As well as 740 credits. In the 9th matchup, we have Lex Luthor, Regen Flash, and Catwoman. Still 2 silver cards in the fight. Skip the match is 10,000 credits. Keep in mind, Catwoman has 8,000 health, so the Flash can one-shot her. Main thing here is we want to try to get rid of Lex Luthor before he can do too much power drain. So we want to wipe him out as quickly as possible. And we're going to go off a lightning kick and try to get rid of him. However, he does block, so he will tag out. Catwoman does come in. And Cat Claws is blocked for about 800 damage. And another Cat Claws. We're going to get Deathstroke in. Deathstroke's at 2 bars. And we're going to get off the eye for an eye, and Catwoman is eliminated. Lex Luthor comes back in. The only thing we gotta watch out for is a level 2 move. However, he's gonna power drain. And both Flash and Lex Luthor are at 2 bars. Power drain for 375. And another power drain. And Power Kick will get rid of Deathstroke. However, we're going to get off a Coordinates Receive, and this should put the Flash at 1/2 life. $7,515 puts them at 1/3. And the Speed Zone will finish off the Flash for the victor in the 9th fight, which is a lot easier than the 8th fight. $9,566 damage for the victory in the 9th fight. 648 XP. As well as 780 credits. In the 10th matchup, we have Challenge Dampening Field going up against Harley Quinn, Regen, Cyborg, and Solomon Grundy. And this looks very bad. Skip the match is 10,000 credits.
Begin.
And we're going to put Lex Luthor in to try to preserve the cards as long as we can, as Harley Quinn is a pretty weak card. Doesn't look like the Dampening Field is that powerful. Bag of Trips does hit for 1149.
I'm not impressed. How average?
Flash is at 1 bar. Deathstroke doesn't have anything yet.
I'm not impressed.
And cartwheel hits for about 500 damage. And both Solomon Grundy and Cyborg are at almost 3 bars, so that is kind of bad. Well, we're going to swap to the Flash. He is at 2 bars. Solomon Grundy does come in, so we have to watch out for a cleaver spin. However, his level 2 move would be better. Cleaver spin for 1,042. And we're getting off the speed zone, and this should put Solomon Grundy at about 1/3 life. However, you still have to deal with his From the Grave. And we're going to get Deathstroke in, who's at 2.5 bars, so Harley Quinn comes back in. That's probably the best thing right now, so the Flash and Lex Luthor can get their bars up. So Deathstroke is at 3 bars, so he can use a eye for an eye, and hopefully Cyborg comes in so we can take him down. As Lex Luthor is at 2 bars. Cyborg does come in. Sonic Disruptor for 394. And we're getting off the eye for an eye, which should put Cyborg at 1/3 life. And hopefully Deathstroke can hang on long enough to get off an orbital, a coordinates received. Solomon Grundy comes back in. Cleaver spin for 982. And a swap hands for 1182. And we're going to have to bring the Flash back in early. Cleaver spin for 1222. And we're going to get off a lightning kick. Cleaver spin for 842. And we're going to get off a sword spin, which is not blocked.
I bring you the gift of pain.
Power Fist will take out Deathstroke. However, a coordinates received will be enough to get rid of Cyborg. Hopefully we can do enough damage on Solomon Grundy to get rid of him. The longer that Lex Luthor can survive, the better for the Flash. As he is at 1 bar, however, we probably need 2 bars to get rid of Solomon Grundy. Cleaver spin does take out Lex Luthor, though, and he doesn't have a whole lot of life left. And we do get up to the Sonic Pound, however, Solomon Grundy is blocking. However, that is enough to get rid of him in the 10th fight, so we barely hang on. 655 XP. As well as 820 credits. In the 11th matchup, we have Insurgency Deathstroke, Green Arrow, and Regime Nightwing. Green Arrow has about 13,000 life. Skip the match is 10,000 credits.
Begin.
And main thing again, preserve your big damage dealers and keep Deathstroke in as long as you can. Because you need to get those super moves off on Nightwing. Sword Spin is blocked for about 900 damage. So Lex Luthor is at 1 bar. And Green Arrow comes in, so we don't have to worry about power drain right away. Freeze Arrow would be great right now. We don't want him getting off the Hurricane Bow, so we're going to power drain. And it is not blocked. There is the Freeze Arrow for 548. We're going to get the Flash in. There's the Hurricane Bow, and that does not get rid of the Flash. However, he is at critical life. So we're going to get off the eye for an eye, and Green Arrow will be at very low life. Nightwing comes in. And we're going to get off a coordinates received on Nightwing. And this will put him at about 1/4 life. Arrow comes back in. Freeze Arrow for 548. We're going to get Deathstroke back in. The best scenario would be to have Deathstroke come back in and we can build up. And Nightwing does come in. Kali's Fury will probably KO Deathstroke. And the wrong person came in. So we're going to Power Drain to slow down Nightwing. And we almost lose the Flash, which is really bad. And we do get off the Lightning Kick. So we're in good shape to get rid of Deathstroke. And we do manage to preserve 2 characters for the victory in the 11th fight. 662 XP. As well as 860 credits. In the 12th matchup, we have Challenge Radiation going up against Green Lantern, Regime Sinestro, and Regime Cyborg. Skip the match is 10,000 credits.
Begin.
Green Lantern is at 2.5 bars, however so is the Flash. Turbine Smash blocks for 935. Cyborg comes in who's almost at 2 bars. Sonic Disruptor for 572. And we're going to get off the Speed Zone quickly on Cyborg. And we got to get the Flash out. Sinestro comes in. Deathstroke's only at 1 bar. You have to make sure not to take too much damage. That's from above for 1269. And if we can survive the next one, we should be okay. We're going to get Lex Luthor in a Power Drain to slow down Sinestro.
This will enlighten.
One from above for 1184. And we're going to get off another Power Drain.
Ignorant fool.
And an eye for an eye on Sinestro will put him at low life. Hopefully enough to get rid of him, although very doubtful. Cyborg comes back in. Sonic Disruptor blocked for 657. Well, Flash is at 2 bars. We're going to try to get rid of Cyborg. Yes, we do. And Green Lantern is also knocked out. And Sinestro is punched out for the victory in the 12th fight. 669 XP. As well as 3,400 credits. So the first challenge in Nightmare difficulty is completed, and if you like this video on the Darkseid Challenge Battle 1 on Nightmare difficulty, please give this video a like rating, comment, subscribe, share this video amongst your friends, add it as a favorite, check out my other Injustice Gods Among Us videos, my playlist, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, which are all HollywoodShono. And looking forward to doing a second battle tomorrow. Have a wonderful day, kids.
www.youtube.com/HollywoodShono. Subscribe, bitches!